Top 10 Heroclix Pauper format support figures coming right up. Mr. Clicksflix is brought to you by Lucky Dice Cafe out of Huntsville, Alabama, home of the RSC. No matter if you're in the United States or around the world, Lucky Dice Cafe has the winning role for our gaming needs. You can visit them at luckydicecafé.com or on their Facebook page using the link found in the description of this video. Alright guys, so today we are covering the top 10 Pauper support figures. This is a very cool format that is catching quite a bit of steam. Myself, Happy Little Heroclix, and Jason over at Married with Clicks, although he's calling his Every Man for Everyone, are really trying to promote and get kids to pick up a commons only format, similar to what Magic the Gathering has. That's why we're calling this Pauper. So the format is commons only, and also fast forces count as commons, and that's basically it. And then there's some contention over if common primes can be in the format or not. I think they're probably okay. They don't really break the game or anything, but oddly enough, in this list there's no common primes, and in my top 10 Pauper main attackers there's no primes either. So if you want to see that video, check out the YouTube card now. Very cool video. A lot of people seem to like it. So let's go ahead and get into these Pauper support figures. Alright, so here we are. We're starting off with Civil War Storyline OP Kit number 10, Yellowjacket. Comes in at 60 points. Has a 4 range, single target. Starts off with a 7 movement with sidestep, 9 attack, 17 defense with willpower, and 2 damage with a special. He has the Avengers Initiative, Pro Registration, Scientist, and Spy keywords. Has 1 trait and that special on his damage. His trait is Hidden Agenda. When a friendly character is KO'd, heal Yellowjacket 1 click. So, you know, something pretty bad had to happen, but still. And then his other special is Helping with all 42 plans. Yellowjacket can use Perplex, and when he does, choose one. Yellowjacket can use Perplex normally, or unique modifier. He may use Perplex to target all friendly characters within 4 squares in line of fire, choosing a single combat value to modify. That's really big. So, you know, if you had him, you know, surrounded by a circle of 2, 4, 6, 7, yeah, you know, you could conceivably perplex up 6 other figures' attacks by 1. And for only 60 points, this guy's really good. And then he also has Outwit, just a really solid support figure. Next up, we have Stilt-Man, number 13 from the Superior Foes of Spider-Man set. This guy's not really a support figure as much as a harasser. I think a lot of people are going to sleep on him in this format. This would be just a really tough guy to play against. So I'm going to try to sell you on him. He's 50 points, has the Sinister Syndicate team ability, comes in with a 0 range, 10 movement with Force Blast, 10 attack with Quake, 17 defense with Toughness, 3 damage with a special. He has 2 traits and that special. His first trait is Extendable Legs. Stilt-Man is added to your force with 1 leg extension, and you may increase his point value by 5 for each additional leg extension you add during the game. If Stilt-Man has 2 leg extensions, he has Giant Damage symbol. If he has 4 or more, he has Colossal Damage symbol instead. So really cool there. Gives him, you know, the Giant Reach 2 or 3. Along with, you know, some other, you know, breakaway bonuses and stuff like that. Then his other trait is, you know, this may sound funny, but I can't feel my legs. Whenever Stilt-Man would take damage from an attack, you may instead remove a leg extension and roll a d6 that can't be re-rolled. 1 through 3, deal him 1 unavoidable damage. So that's the crux of why this figure is going to be so insane, is because he has the chance of just not being dealt damage. You know, if you put 10 of these stilt leg extensions on him and make him 100 points, that'd be, you know, 5 times 10 is 50, and add that to the other 50 is 10 or 100. You know, hypothetically, if he doesn't make that 1 through 3 and all those, you have to hit him 14 separate times. Well, I'm sorry, you have to hit him 11 separate times. You'd have to hit him the 10 for the leg extensions, and then hope that you deal 4 damage for the other one. It's just really crazy, a lot to get through. Some people have played him just in regular competitive, but I think in this he would be really frustrating to play against. Then he has a special on his damage called Colossal Retaliation, Hydraulic Leg Smash. If Stilt-Man has Colossal Damage symbol, you may give him a free action and choose an opposing character that attacks Stilt-Man or damage a friendly character since your last turn. Play Stilt-Man such that he can make a close attack targeting the chosen character, then do so. So really cool there. Colossal Retaliation is always cool. And to get the Colossal Damage symbol, you only need 4, so that's only 20 more points, so 70 points. You can very easily run 2 of these guys. I think he's a phenomenal harasser, tie-up, supporty. I'd put tie-up in a support role figure, and that's why I felt like he needed to be on this list. Next up, we have Kingpin from the Superior Foes of Spider-Man Fast Forces. He's number 005 for that Fast Forces. Comes in at 50 points, has the Sinister Syndicate team ability. Has a 7 movement with stealth, 11 attack, 17 defense with toughness, and 2 damage with a special. He has 1 trait and 1 special on his damage. The trait is My City, My Rules. Kingpin and friendly characters within 8 squares are considered adjacent to each other for the purposes of Sinister Syndicate team ability. So really cool there. Obvious thing would be to use, let's say hypothetically, Kingpin with 2 Stilt-Men that we just talked about, and they just have perma 11 attack. Then you have Overlord of Crime, which is his special on his damage. Kingpin can use Leadership and Outwit. When he uses Leadership, he can remove an action token from characters with the Sinister Syndicate keyword, regardless of point value. So this figure was obviously made before the Leadership rules changed, but Outwit and Leadership are still really good. Gives you that +1 action. As long as he has that, plus the Outwit, plus the, he's able to share his 11 attack with all the Sinister Syndicate team ability possessing figures that you'd like. Next up, we have Penguin from the Joker's Wild Fast Forces, number 004 in that Fast Forces. Comes in at a very affordable 25 points, has the Batman enemy team ability, has a 5 movement with Force Blast, 9 attack, 16 defense with willpower, and 2 damage. Has the Gotham City Underworld and Politician keywords. Has 1 trait, and it is a doozy. At the beginning of the game, place a loyalty token on another friendly character's card. That character with the loyalty token modifies his attack and range values +1. Any adjacent character can be given a free action to make a close attack targeting the Penguin. If hit, place a loyalty token on the character's card of the attacker's choice instead of dealing damage. When the Penguin is KO'd, remove the loyalty token from the game. So really, it's just a sneaky way of giving +1 attack and +1 range. For 25 points, this guy's really good. Pretty usable keywords there. I felt like he deserved to be on this list. Next up, we have Green Lantern, number 004 from the DC Elseworlds set. Comes in at 55 points, has the Justice League and Green Lantern core keywords, team abilities. 6 range, single target. Starts off with an 11 movement with phasing teleport and the wing symbol. 10 attack, 17 defense with energy shield deflection, 2 damage. Has the Green Lantern core and Justice League keywords, and he has 1 trait, and it's really good. Team Transporter. When Green Lantern is the only character on your force with the Green Lantern team ability symbol and uses the carry ability, you may roll a d6. 5. 1 carried higher point character may be given a non-free action. 6. Up to 2 carried higher point characters may be given a non-free action. So really cool there. It breaks one of the core tenets of Heroclix, which is no actions after carried, if you're able to roll a 5 or 6. Just a really solid pickup there. Able to mass move a bunch of figures on your team. Just a really solid pickup. Next up on this list, we have Big Tony from the Harley Quinn and the Gotham City Girls set. He is number 004 in this set. He comes in at 15 points, has the Underworld team ability, has a 4 range single target, 6 movement with sidestep, 9 attack, 16 defense, 1 damage with a special, and the Gotham City Underworld keyword. His special, which he has on all 3 clicks, is come on, a hug will make us feel better, perplex, but only to target adjacent friendly characters. So just a cheap perplexer. There's nothing else here. He does have that Gotham City Underworld team ability, so he can carry some friendly characters, which is, moderately useful. He just has a low movement, so you're not going to get too terribly much out of it. Next up on this list is one of my favorites, GCPD Officer from Harley Quinn and the Gotham City Girls, number 13 from that set. Comes in at 30 points, has the PD team ability, has a 6 range single target, 6 movement with sidestep, 10 attack, 16 defense with toughness, 1 damage with enhancement, has the Gotham City and police keywords, has 1 trait called I Need Backup Power, place adjacent up to 2 friendly characters with the police keyword within 4 squares. Now, I did this a little bit because I've noticed with a lot of these Pauper figures, police keyword seems to be creeping up a lot, so I think she'll really help with that. Also, just police team ability is generally useful, and then enhancement, and then which gives way to empower later on, and then just the ability to place 2 friendly characters within 4 squares if they have a police keyword. Just really powerful. I think for 30 points she pulls her weight. Next up on this list we have Hellion, number 13 from the X-Men Xavier School set. Comes in at 40 points, has a 6 range single target, has a 6 movement with sidestep, 10 attack with a special, 17 defense, 2 damage with leadership, has the Hellions and X-Men keywords, has 2 traits and a special on his attack. First trait is Hellions. When this character's attack roll is 10 or more, damage dealt by that attack is penetrating. So pretty cool there, although you know he's on here as a support figure, so hopefully we're not gonna need to do too much attacking with him. His other trait is Ex-Student. When this character's or an adjacent friendly character's attack rolls includes exactly 1/5, modify the target's defense -1. So really cool there and helpful, and that's a support-y style figure. Then he has a special on his attack called Push to the Limit. Telekinesis. When Hellion uses it, you may deal him 1 unavoidable damage. If you do, after resolution, he can use telekinesis at no cost. So basically, you're able to push him to his last click where he just has regular TK in 1 turn. So you're able to TK out, you know, 4 figures hypothetically if you wanted to. Not able to do a TK yo-yo with 1 figure with this guy like you used to with the Jean Grey from the X-Men, Uncanny X-Men Fast Forces, but still really good, really solid for 40 points. He's bringing you leadership. He's bringing you possible -1 to defense for opposing characters, plus he has TK, just to win the whole way around. Next up on this list, we have Pip the Troll, number 8 from the Avengers Infinity set. Comes in at 40 points, has no range, has a 13 movement with stealth, 8 attack, 16 defense with super senses, and 1 damage with exploit weakness. Has the Cosmic, Infinity Watch, and X Factor keywords. Has 1 trait and 1 special on his attack. The trait is Space Gem chooses its bearer. Phasing teleport, passenger 2, but may carry characters that have wing symbol or can use Battle Fury. When Pip the Troll is KO'd by an opponent's attack, choose a friendly character. For the rest of the game, that character can use Phasing Teleport Passenger 2. So, I don't think I have to tell you guys how good that is. You're able to carry other flyers, you're able to carry figures with Battle Fury, which are 2 big no-nos you can't normally do, and you can carry 2 figures, which is also something you can't normally do. And, if they manage to take this guy out, you still have a transporter on your team that can have Phasing Teleport and Passenger 2. That is really why he's on this list. But he does have that special on his attack, which is best to sneak up on him. When Pip the Troll attacks, 1 or more characters with 2 action tokens modifies attack value +3. So he's able to get up to an 11 attack for 1 damage with exploit if you really want to. But he's on here just to rock and roll and carry your team. Alright, and last up on this list is Mudman, number B006 from the TMNT Unplugged Fast Forces. Here he is. They do not have him on HC Realms, so I had to get out my own personal one. He has a 4 movement with sidestep, 10 attack with Quake, 17 defense with super senses, 3 damage with shape change. He's 20 points, has 1 trait, and his trait is Engulfing Boss. Plasticity. Mudman starts the game with 2 life tokens and gains a life token each time he KOs an opposing character. When Mudman would be KO'd, if he has any life tokens, instead remove 1. Protected Pulse Wave. So for 20 points, you get somebody that you have to hit 3 separate times. It's different from just saying he has 3 clicks of life. You have to get through the rollout of shape change. You have to get through the rollout of super senses. No hypersonicking around him. This guy's really one of the best harasser and support figures in this Pauper format. Alright guys, so let me know in the comments below what you thought of these support figures. If there's a better common support figure out there, go ahead and put that in the comments below. Really enjoy reading your comments. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, give it a share. Really helps keep me motivated to make these videos, and also might spur WizKids to adopt this format formally. That's all I have for you guys today. As always, please remember that it's only a critical miss if you don't have probability control.